Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today, in this video, you are going to learn and hear from a relationship, spiritual relationship, and holistic healer, Gina Hinrichs, to talk about the power of chakra and how it can help you to set better goal. So you probably have heard goal setting, and many of you probably are doing goal setting right around this time of the year, but you might be missing some pieces in your goal setting. So you're wondering, how do we fix that? So I will be right back. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Good morning. And my name is Michelle. And if you are a women coach who is always looking for ways to improve and scale your coaching business, then this is the right place to be. I teach women coaches to use the power of storytelling so that they can get seen, get heard, and get higher. On this channel, you're going to hear a lot about how I empower heart-centered and introverted women coaches who's looking to grow their coaching business and turning a passion for coaching into a profitable business through the power of storytelling. This will allow them to increase their visibility and profitability without sacrificing their uniqueness. I cover topics such as branding, storytelling, and marketing on this channel with tips and strategy. If this sounds like you, be sure you hit the subscribe and follow button and turn your notification on so that you don't miss any of the new episodes. And this is a show where I stream live on Wednesday at 9 o'clock Pacific time. And just a quick announcement. I know Thanksgiving is right around the corner, which is tomorrow. Well, right around the corner. I am giving away the content planner for women coaches to set your social media goals that includes a framework that you can apply to make sure that you have content creation squared away, easy peasy for you. And you can go ahead and grab a copy right here on this website at content@attractclientthroughstorytelling.com. Joining me today is my special guest, Gina Hinrichs. Gina is a Reiki practitioner certified in emotional release, Raindrop techniques, and is a certified spiritual relationship coach. As the founder of Wholistic Soulutions, Gina helps women to heal their relationship, heal their hearts, which allows them to enhance the capacity for wisdom, creativity, unconditional love, and compassion that heals the relationship with themselves and also with others. Clients who work with Gina get the clarity and confidence in who they are and how to live that empowerment through their authenticity. She's a mom, she's a wife, she has many different hats, and let me bring her on because she can share some funny story that happened yesterday with you. All right, let me bring her. Oh, where is my screen? Hi, Gina.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, so yesterday in the middle of the day, I remember getting a text from you, and so tell us what happened.
Oh my goodness. Well, all of a sudden my desktop just died.
And how did that make you feel? Like, because I know we had scheduled this podcast to go live today, and like when it died, what was coming through your mind?
First of all, like I believe in signs. So the first thing was like, okay, what is this sign for? What's the universe trying to tell me? So I took a few deep breaths and did a few Google searches on how to see if I could fix my own desktop. I'm not a computer person and it's still broken. But yet my brain immediately went to, I have a laptop. So let's see what I can do with this laptop. So just a few obstacles, but I was able to work through that. And I loved what you said, Michelle. It was like sign from the universe to like persist. Or some people would be like, this happened. It's not for me. I give up.
Yeah. And that's a great segue into the topic that we're talking about, the missing piece of goal setting, the power of chakra. And the missing piece of goal setting, it's interesting that a lot of time we set our goals in the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. and we don't end up actually going to accomplish it or actually get to the finish line. So what have you noticed, like what would be the biggest problem that people are experiencing in terms of goal setting? Like why is that even a problem?
I feel like there's like different steps that you can take. First of all, it's the intention starts coming in, the source, whatever this goal came in through your desire, which kind of comes in through your crown chakra. So the intention is there, and sometimes no one does anything with it. But if you were to move it down through the energies, and into maybe that third eye that some people know it as, is that's when you're seeing your truth. You're being able to visualize that goal and that desire, and then being able to communicate and speak it, like speaking your truth about that goal. Like, why do I desire this goal? Like bringing in all of that. And then you would come into your heart, and the heart, what I like to picture the heart as is like when it sets into those emotions, and the emotions are kind of like little radio signals that are sending out that vibration and doing the energy attraction to bridge. And the heart to me bridges the top chakras with the bottom chakras, because your bottom chakras are the ones who are actually is like your physical willpower. So you go down to like your solar plexus, where it is like you're going to act from your truth. That's your willpower to move forward. So just being able to bring that energy down and then creating that action plan, maybe even add some dates on there to that goal or desire you have. And then we would go on further down into your sacral chakra, and that's all about pleasuring your truth. Like, what do you need to do? What are you not going to do? And look at things like that. And then when we get down to like our root chakra, it's being really rooted in that truth. Like what is it that you're grateful for, and being able to hit the ground running with those things.
Did you so there's a lot of, so people who are not familiar with the chakra, right? As we're talking about moving from the head to the sacral area, and then how do we turn some idea that we have happening in our head into something that's more tangible, something like as simple as putting a date to when do I want to accomplish this. Like how did you get into all this? Like how did you just wake up one day and you know what, I'm gonna be an energy healer? Let me just be an energy healer. You know what? That sounds wonderful and pretty and beautiful. Let me just be one today.
Yeah, no, I did not wake up and be like, oh, I'm going to be an energy healer. It was an interesting process at the time. My husband and I were going through some issues. I did believe in signs, and I've always told the universe, my guides, God, please give me more than one sign, because I'm a Taurus and I'm stubborn. So I had this lady I met. She told me to go see a friend of hers, and then someone else told me to see the same friend. So I went and seen this friend. Had no idea what was happening or what this friend was for, but I started listening. She performed some Reiki on me, and that like changed my life. I could really feel the healing that came out of it. I started changing my mindset. And during that time, my husband and I were going through this yuckiness in our marriage. After that session with her, I heard a voice that said, be the change to see the change. And then I just started like changing my thoughts, my actions, like everything. And then I realized there's something to the power of this energy healing. And I had a really interest in it. So then I decided to go take some classes from this lady who taught me, and became a practitioner myself.
And so a lot of people think about like the Reiki and the energy healing. It's like the woo stuff, right? Ooh, who wants that woo stuff? And when I'm setting up goals, when I have like a business revenue that I need to make, or like rules and milestone that I need to reach, who needs that woo stuff? And so like when you go like think back, when you reflect back, how much of that Reiki stuff, how much of the energy, I know you're also certified in energy leadership, and so how much do you incorporate those energy leadership skills in establishing your business, or how do you use that tools to help you to keep reaching those milestones?
Oh, that's a great question, Michelle. So, for my clients who aren't into the woo stuff of energy healing, or even the ones who want to know more and understand it, I do offer an energy leadership assessment that helps
Mhm.
bring that intangible stuff into a tangible results. All they have to do is go online to Wholistic Soulutions /energy quiz to get started. Free quiz to you just to see what it's like and when you're standing out in your energy. And
Mhm.
if you want more, I do offer the ELI assessment, which again takes those intangible energies and it turns it into something tangible, into like a nice graph where you can see. And I absolutely love this tool because you get to see, like, to me, the positive and negatives. Sometimes you get things hanging out in your subconscious mind that you don't know is affecting your life. And we're able to like pull information from that for people who really love to go deeper and to heal themselves, to figure out why are they in this default setting and running, and repeat patterns are coming up. So we're able to do that, but we're also able to pull out those great qualities within that person, and we can emphasize on those and use those as well as we're
Mhm.
going through our process.
Mhm. I think when I think back my own journey, there's moment where I couldn't really articulate what was wrong with me. Did you have that feeling when you and your husband are going through some trouble relationship in your marriage? That were you able to articulate? Oh yeah, I know exactly what this is, or oh yeah, I know how that feels like. Oh, I just want to slap him right in the face. Like, were you able to tangibly describe what you were experiencing or what was really going on in the relationship?
I could not describe it. It was this internal turmoil.
Yeah.
So many different emotions. I didn't know how to label. I didn't know what they were. The one thing I did realize, and I realize this now looking back, was that I was in probably a lot of, like, from the ELI energy leadership, they call this level 1 and level 2, which is
Mhm.
like a lot of victim and a lot of anger. And then when I heard that voice of be the change to see the change, that was more of like that level 3 of being responsible and like, hey, I am going through something and I don't know, but let me figure it out, and being able to hit that heart space. The really thing I love about the ELI is it does resonate with the chakras and Reiki. And again, it's able to take that um, person who is not into the woo, and it's a tool to, I actually love to teach them the tool so they can start seeing these things within themselves and in others. Then
Mhm.
they know how they are showing up for others or how others are showing up for them. And then it teaches them that, hey, if I don't like this, I can shift it. So I give them some tools to help them with that.
Mhm. Yeah, as you're talking about this, I'm imagining my colleagues who like complained to me just recently about like she would go home and her husband would be sitting on the couch watching the ball game because right now the football season is in, right? And then so she would go home and she would be watching him sitting on the couch, and he would just not get up. Like he would not get up, and he would just like, oh, did you take out the laundry? No response. Silence. Did you take walk the dog? Did you walk the kids? Nope, zero. Silence. And so there's a lot of anger, just hearing from her. And I feel that, this assessment really gives you a lot of language to how do you understand what someone is going through. And when we apply that, so let's say someone is setting up their goal, and I know a lot of my colleagues are doing like juicing. They do juicing every year, and I hear them all the time. They're restricted diet, and then they're on this juicing diet. Every year they go through the juicing. Like there's no ending to it. And then so sometimes they get hangry. So how do we apply this tool? How do I apply this tool in setting up some goals, right, in my life? And finally, I would be able to lose that 10 pound that I've been wanting to lose since I was 20.
So I would take this tool and utilize it into, hey, what's going on in my life? Maybe like you could self-coach yourself once you learn this tool. Hey, what's really going on with me? Why am I choosing all the time if that's not what you want to do? Or it would be like, why is your friend mad at her husband for watching the football game? Like what's the root there? And this is a really good tool to open that up. And it can also maybe teach them to set some boundaries in that relationship or open up their communication with each other so they can find that balance and that harmony in their relationship.
Mhm. And how do you apply the chakra? Because I know there's some similarity because it's what, seven levels, right?
Yes, yes.
And how does that translate to chakra? Because they look so similar.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, so comparison, like your energy level 1 is kind of your victim state or whatever. And then that would correlate with the root chakra. Um, you can also be very victimized in your root chakra if you're not standing in your truth. Other people are running your life. And then you move up to the level 2 energy is where you are. Well, level 2 energy is like angry and frustration. Um, and so if you have an unbalanced sacral chakra, if you're not, if you don't have the power of choice, then that can cause some frustration inside you. Now, of course, with the chakras and the energy levels, there's always an advantage and disadvantage. And that's another thing I like to teach my clients is there is an advantage to this, and there's also the disadvantage, and you get to choose. So I always believe in once we have that awareness, we also have the power of choice, which is just an amazing because I never like to tell my clients what to do because they know their life best. So I ask those questions of what they can do and what will they not do. And then the level 3, again, like I was telling you, is that responsibility type piece in the energy leadership. And it's also it resonates with the solar plexus. And that is where we also have the energy to carry out activities and deciding. And level 4, I actually see a lot of level 4 in my female clients. Level 4 energy is they have a big, big heart. And there's nothing wrong with that. The downfall with that is sometimes they're hurting inside because they didn't set any boundaries. And that goes all the way back down to the bottom chakras of having that power of choice. And if we move up to that throat chakra, and that is where your power and your willpower come out because we're able to communicate that. You communicate those boundaries. And that resonates with the level 5 energy because when we start communicating that, we look for those win-win situations, especially like when I'm coaching couples. We're able to communicate that and create that balance and that harmony. And then we move up to level 6. I love level 6. To me, this feels like when I'm in my feminine energy, I'm just going with the flow. Things are coming in, things feel great. And this is that third eye. When you're seeing your truth, you have that wisdom, your intuition. And then if we move on up to the level 7 energy, they say that's more like that Buddha Christ-like energy where things are coming in, it feels great, your desires are there. And that's just like knowing your truth, knowing that wisdom of who you are, that you're whole and complete.
we're having some technical difficulty. And we have to remember, like yesterday, right? Gina's computer
Yes.
desktop completely crashed. So today she's talking to me on her desktop. So there's a lot of sound that you might hear. That's because we do what we can and we set our goals, we achieve it, we go through the milestone, and we don't stop because there's roadblocks. And that is the power of persistency and consistency, and that is their superpower. So
Roadblocks.
a roadblocks, right?
Or there's like learning experiences.
Right, learning experience. So so for someone who's not familiar with chakra and how it works, you talk a lot about the root chakra, the throat chakra, the sacral chakra. What are they? Like, for if you were to introduce me, this is my first time learning about chakra. Like, walk me through, what is it about each terminology, and how does it work?
So I really like to picture them. As a kid, I used to have this little pinwheel. I don't know if you guys, and you would blow it and it would spin. So they're little spinning wheels of energy. So like if you could just picture that going down your body, kind of in the center, and they just spinning, little spinning wheels of energy, and they're supposed to all spin at the same time to create that circulation of the energy always coming in and out. Now, like I was saying earlier, like if something comes in and one of them's not spinning or whatever, it'll block. And then you don't have that flow of energy. So I like to kind of picture it as like a circuit of like electricity going throughout your body. And the spinning wheels just spin. It's like it's overflowing and going into the next one and making that one flow.
And when does it spin out of control? Is it possible? Because right now I'm thinking I'm like always chaotic. I'm thinking my life is a chaos, and so I'm spinning. I've been spun out of control for many years. How do I know that it's spinning in the right direction, and how do I know that it is spinning at all? That would be my question to you. I think the
Um,
same.
I lost you. My internet kind of went in and out.
Yeah, that's
I think
okay.
what I say was, how do you know when you're spinning out of control?
Or how do I know I'm actually spinning in the right direction?
I think for me, and everyone's a little bit different, is like listening to your body or listening to that intuition. For me, it's kind of in my gut. Some people, it's somewhere else in their body. It could be that little voice in your head, like, "Hey, slow down a minute, take a few breaths. Why are you spinning out of control?" And it does happen. Some of your chakras do kind of get opened too much, and that creates like an imbalance. So if you were my client, we would sit down and take a peek into which chakra is kind of wide open per se, and then bring it back in. Another way to tell is if you've gone to a big event or shopping or around a lot of people, and then you're just tired at the end of the day. But then you got some chakras that could be open too much. You're bringing in other people's energies. You're picking that stuff up. And then what I like to do is tell people to call your energy back. Call back what is yours, and be like, what is mine, and what is yours. You can take a Epsom salt bath. I love to do, and just kind of clean up the stagnation energy and energies that aren't yours.
Hmm. How do I apply that to set my better goals?
Mm.
How do I, once I spin in the right direction, right? What will be my next step to set better goals?
To set better goals. I don't like what I don't know what you mean by better goals. Like I could help you achieve goals, and
Mm.
everyone has their own goal. So I would have to ask you, Michelle, what do you mean by better goals? Are they goals that you're not accomplishing and you want to stick to those? Like you want to create those little habits with some consistency, you need clarity on them.
Mhm.
I could help you with that.
Mm.
So I would need to know how you're defining better goals.
I love that. I love how you're helping them to redefine or define that, give that better goal a definition. And I think it kind of go back to that the root chakra, like setting your intention, right? What is it
Your
that the
crown
energy, your
chakra.
crown chakra,
Yeah.
the root chakra is oh, I got to reverse.
Yeah, that's okay. Which is totally normal because a lot of people are used to working at the base of the root chakra, and that's where your stability and your foundation comes in. So you definitely want to have that in place. That's a part of manifesting. But when we manifest, we actually start from the crown chakra where we bring it down. And there is a such thing as some people being kind of top heavy with their chakras, meaning they have the visualization, they have the wisdom, but they have a problem actually getting it into place and being able to hit the ground with those goals that they're desiring. And then again, we also have some people who are bottom heavy, who are good at this. They have a good foundation, but they never seem to even have that intuition or that intention to come through. So those are some other things that can help people work through.
How do I know which is it the top or is it the bottom I am? Like
That
it
you
feels
are?
like, yeah, because it feels like, I'm a lot of time, like people who know me, they know Michelle is all about go and do, right? It's about, getting things done, getting your goals, setting them up, but there's a point of checking it off. So I'm like aiming at checking them off. If I write
Mm-hmm.
something down, I'm aiming at checking it off. So how do I know, am I more operating on my crown chakra, or am I operating more as a root chakra?
Well, from knowing you, Michelle, I think you're really well balanced. Like you like that truth, that intuition, that intention comes in, and you're always bringing it down and creating. I don't know, you're fabulous. You're all over. You're creating things constantly, and you're able to get it out there.
But like, how do I know? Let's say I'm like completely new and you don't know me. Someone who's new, who have no idea of what they are. Like, what are some of the signs that they might be able to use right now at home as they're sitting down, setting up their end of year goal? How do I know which balance do I need to create, or how do I create that balance?
Oh, that's actually a great question, and it's not like one answer actually, but because each person is different from per se, so I have to sit down and ask them those right questions. What are your desires? And a lot of times it comes down to why do you desire it? Where is your heart at? Like again, if their heart's not there, it's like because to me, I think that heart is like sending out those frequencies. It's also having that knowing. So I like to be like, if you go back and start at the root chakra, you could say these little things. Are you rooted in your truth?
Hmm.
Your sacral would be, are you pleasuring your truth? Because you want to pleasure it. And then do you act on your truth? And then your heart is, do you love your truth? And then your throat chakra would be, are you speaking your truth? And your third eye is, can you see your truth? And then your crown chakra is, do you know your truth? So you can easily ask those questions and see if something comes up for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then just maybe keep asking the 5 whys. I like the 5 whys. A lot of corporations also use it as like the why staircase, and just kind of ask why.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh yeah,
and
I,
see
I I
what comes
remember
up.
that exercise. You're supposed to ask all 5 whys. Why is this important? Why does it even matter? Like why why do you say what you say? And you just
Mhm.
keep like a child, like a 3-year-old. You just keep asking the question why.
Yeah. And sometimes you'll find out like kind of what's blocking you. You'll be like,
Mhm.
why? Like, why is this important? Why am I not creating this? Why am I not accomplishing this goal? What else do I need?
Mhm. Yeah. What's your favorite thing about working with a client?
Um, I think I love to see their energy shift. That's always fun to see. I love to teach them so that they can like help themselves. I am a firm believer in we can all help and heal ourselves. Sometimes we just need some tools.
Yeah. What does that look like? Watching someone to have that energy shift. What does that picture look like?
Um, I could see someone go from just kind of blah energy into when they like light up, because it's like this light bulb goes off inside of them, and it's like that aha moment. Like that to me, I don't know, it's fulfilling to me just to see them shift of knowing like why this happened to me, or knowing what steps to take, things like that.
Mhm. I think, for me, as you're talking about this, as you're describing this, what I have in my visual is a black and white television. I'm watching the black and white television, like the old 50s and 60s movie, and suddenly you see this color transformation. There's a splash of color just come through and come to life.
I like that.
Right? It's just like splash of color coming to life. That's really
Yeah.
enjoyable and exciting to watch. I do know that you have a workshop that's coming up. Like what tell us about that workshop.
Oh, yeah. So the workshop's going to be December 10th, and we're going to be working through your goals, setting those goals, and we're going to be working through the workbook all the way down to the root chakra, and implement. So you have a plan. You're going to be able to implement those for the new year or after the workshop, whenever the timing is right for you. So it's going to be fun. We're going to do a little meditation, so we can center you.
Yeah. I'm thinking this would be great for someone who wants to have a better relationship. I use the word better again. I feel like better relationship will look like, when I get home, my husband would be off the couch and, in the kitchen, maybe prepping a meal or finish the laundry, walking the kids, and we're home by 8 o'clock and we're all enjoying a happy family movie night. That would be a better relationship.
That
But
sounds like a nice visualization.
right, because I
I
feel
like
like
it.
relationship is something that a lot of people struggle with, like, every
Yeah,
day.
I think so. And what I have learned, and also through myself and through my clients, is that relationship, the best one, is a relationship that you have with yourself. And I think as moms and wives and things like that, we kind of put ourselves last. So we get burnt out and don't have any energy to even have that self care for ourselves. But when we learn to put up those boundaries, have that balanced heart chakra, the level 4 energy, we're able to learn to get back to ourselves. And you know what they say, when the cup is full and overflowing, you're able to get back more. I think that's what comes into play for me, like, because we're loving ourselves and it changes the energy. We're able to get back more, and
Yeah.
that's where it starts, with ourselves.
Yeah. So if listeners and viewers, you would like to set better goals and better relationships, I highly suggest you check out this workshop and also grab Gina's assessment. It's a free assessment, so you have more like tangible words to describe how you feel, like more descriptive words instead of just, oh, I feel angry, but you have no idea why you're angry about or what you're angry about. So your husband turn around and like, you're angry all the time, and you probably have no idea why you're angry. Right,
Yes.
Gina?
Yes, that's very true.
So I think by taking this quiz, this assessment, it'll give you some more tangible way of describing what it is that you're experiencing. What is it what's that ooh stuff that's sitting inside or that's not feeling right? And so that would help you to achieve more better goals. I'm sticking
Yeah.
to I'm sticking to better goals.
And Michelle, when they take the energy quiz, there might
Yeah.
be a free gift, a free workbook waiting for them.
Ooh, a free workbook. I like
Yes.
that idea. Okay. Bonus is always good. Yeah, I like
Yes.
bonuses. And especially right now we're Thanksgiving, so we're giving it away for free. All you have to do is just go visit the website for Holistic Solution. Remember, it's solution / energy quiz, and you'll be able to take a quiz for yourself. And also check out Gina's upcoming workshop, where she is going to help you to set better goals and really understanding how to do it right.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? It would be interesting if they go take the energy quiz before Thanksgiving and then take it again after.
Ooh. You know, holiday is a big triggering thing for a
Yes.
lot of people when it comes to relationship. You have your mother-in-law over, and you don't want to upset her, but we're people. Any last word of advice for people who's trying to figure out what to do next year, or setting up some goals or things or a relationship? What advice do you have?
Well, the first advice would be join the workshop because I'm going to help you work through those. And you can always reach me on my website. I do free discovery calls, and I would love to just set up a little chat to see how I can help you. And again, just go through those truths.
Yeah. You are at a beautiful place, and like the sun is beaming, shining down on you perfectly. And I can only imagine, what that story was like between when marriage wasn't working right, and finally you decided to step in and work on your throat chakra, and being able to communicate that. And now you're more verbal, it's just such a great feeling to watch you transform.
Oh, thank you. It's a great place to be.
So again, thank you so much for coming, Gina. It's been like wonderful. I wish I had more time to have you, but I do want to be respectful of your time.
Thank you for having me, Michelle.
Thank you. I am going to invite you to the backstage, and then I will close up the show.
Perfect.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Hopefully, you have some idea of what is missing in your goal setting and the power that you could use along with the chakra. Are you someone who is spinning out of control, or you're actually spinning in the right direction, moving forward in your next year so that you can accomplish more, you can do more, accomplish more, and be more? I think that is the most important things in our life, is how do you be who you are, and being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish, and checking those milestones off. I'm Michelle, and you're watching the Live Coffee Talk Show, where I stream every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Pacific time. So be sure to hit that subscribe button or follow me, and make sure you turn your notification on so that you don't miss the next episode. And I will see everyone after the holiday. Bye.